Hello everybody, it's Saturday, it's a gorgeous day. I am so happy that today we got to do this open house in such a great weather. People get to enjoy their weekends, and I hope you will find a second to tune in to my open house. We are at 282 Annette Street. It's a beautiful townhouse and unit, so technically it's a semi-detached home. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It has, what else does it have? It has a beautiful family room on the ground level. It has a parking garage. It has a spot right in front of the garage. So technically we have 2 parking spots with this property. Hi. So location-wise, it's kind of interesting because Annette Street, we are right at Annette Street, and anything that's north of Annette, it's the Junction Neighbourhood. But south of Annette, technically across the street, is North High Park. So you get to enjoy kind of both ends of the neighborhoods. You know, Bloor Street is not too far away. There is Annette bus that will bring you to either subway station, whether it's Gill Street or if you want to go to Jane, Runnymede, it's all up to you. So I'm going to switch the camera and see if I can show you this property properly. And if you are around, please let me know if you have any questions. If you like to see anything specifically, please inquire. I would be more than happy to answer your questions. And also the way that I've decided to structure this open house, this virtual open house today, is by kind of showing you what this property actually offers, what is, and what it could be, because there is ton of potential. So what you definitely have with this property is location, fantastic location, walking distance to schools, great schools actually in the area. My daughter went to some of them and she was raised here as well. So yes, schools, shopping, very family oriented, safe neighborhood. So location, 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 plus what you get is the space. And it's over 2,000 square feet of above grade living space, and that's something that's not often that you get. Plus the 2 parking spots. Quite often if you're looking at townhouses or semi-detached homes in this area, they will come with 0 parking or front pad, illegal, things like that. You know, things get complicated. So when you have the space, when you have these like really solid bones of the house, and we do have the home inspection report very favorable. When you have a solid home with the space that you can grow into, that you potentially can renovate, improve, and so on and so forth, that's already good. We all know how difficult it's been for buyers to score a good property, and I think we are priced really reasonably. So let me take you on a tour. And thank you for your time, for spending this with me. This is the virtual open house, so you will have me until 3 o'clock. So let's see what's happening. All right, so Annette Street, and we are located on the north side between High Park Avenue and Runnymede, basically. So this is a townhouse complex kind of that contains of 3 units. The unit that's for sale is 282 right here in front of me, then 284 and 286. They're all freehold townhomes, so there is no additional fees to pay, but it's also up to you to maintain your roof, your gardens, cleaning, all of that good stuff. Right next to it is a beautiful Victorian. It's also a 3-unit dwelling, and it's gorgeous. All the neighbors get along well. I really appreciate these large trees that kind of help with privacy from Annette Street, and also help with the soundproofing, because we do have a school right in front, and sometimes you will hear children play and enjoying themselves, being children. So that is all great and wonderful, especially if you have your own kids. So if you ask me who this property ideally good for, I would say, for someone who is good with stairs. So it could be a single person, a couple, someone with children. That would be really fantastic. I'm just checking for questions if there are any. Okay, great. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate your time. So when on the side of the property, there is a little fence that's separating 280 from 282. When my sign is standing, and then you have a little bit of gardening. So if you are a gardener, you can really pretty this up, this area. So I'll be walking in. I'll try to be quick with it so I don't bore you too much. So when it comes to parking, you have garage spot inside the garage and just outside of the garage. The rest of this, what you see, is right of way. So you cannot actually block the whole driveway, even though you very tempting to put 4 or 5 cars in here, but you can't. So the property is a 2-story, but you can tell on the garage level, the next step is the family room, which is the continuation of the garage, and it sits on the ground level. So we'll take the stairs up into the property. A lot of greenery, like really lovely. So again, we are at 282 Annette Street, and I have my signs here that from 2 to 3 I'm doing a virtual open house, and then from 3 to 4 there will be an in-person public open house. I have a couple of people that have arranged to come in, and then certainly we will have to adhere to all of the COVID protocols. Okay, hello home. Hello. Welcome to 282 Annette. I'm switching my glasses and off we go. So as soon as we come in, we have a wall of, for coat trucks, for extra storage, if you will. On the left here is, let me just drop my things off. And I will show you the rest. All right. Are you ready to tour this property with me? So, ground level landing, it has 3 steps that kind of bring you up. And then there is the powder room on the first level. Quite lovely enough. Separate, on the other side is the kitchen, so it's nice that it's a bit separated. So the powder room, there is a proper closet in here for your coats as you come in. And then we're entering into the kitchen. What's really great about this kitchen, because it's been renovated in 2018. So new kitchen cabinetry, new countertops, and there are granite countertops, repainted, new light fixtures, new appliances, that kind of stuff. So soft closed drawers, like lovely space, really well done. So this part of the house has been renovated, and it's move-in ready. The rest of the house, I would say it could use some help, but it's still a move-in ready because this house is super clean, and as we go through it, I will explain, and hopefully you'll get my idea. So off the kitchen, there is this eat-in kitchen area. They have a fairly large table here, excuse me, but it's so personal, really, how you decide to use this space. It could be used as an office, right by the window. You can set up your beautiful office if you're working from home, especially during COVID. A lot of people had to do that. So that would be wonderful for that. Or if you have a family and you can just have your lovely dinners here. I don't know if this is big enough for you, but basically what I wanted to point out to you that as soon as you come in, you see there is the powder room right here, and then entrance to the kitchen. We just came through the kitchen into this breakfast area, basically, which is south facing. So this part of the building is south facing. Lots of sun in the afternoon. Really lovely. Oops. Um, and then as we follow further, then there will be stairs going down. Then we have a proper dining area, we have a proper living space, and then the stairs will take you up to the second level. And then on the second level, you have bedroom number 1, bedroom number 2, common bathroom, and the master bedroom plus the ensuite, which is really good to have. So technically upstairs you have 2 full bathrooms, which is kind of rare, you know, even in detached homes. What else? And then the basement, I'll take you to the basement. So you will have the garage, nice storage, laundry room, and family room. And the family room here is actually a huge benefit because it's the ground level and with a walkout to patio and fenced in yard. Excuse me. And it has the fireplace. So the lot size of this property is 1699 feet by 153. 8 feet ceiling height on all 3 levels, and that's very rare to find, especially on the lower level. And like I said, the lower level, it's not the basement, it's the ground level. That's where we have our family room, and then this house is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1 garage space plus 1 parking in front of the garage, and all the rest of the good stuff. I'll walk you through it now. Just checking if you guys have any questions for me, but it seems all good. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate your time on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. You could be doing a lot of things. So some of you may be asking about the house actually next door. It's a rental property. I've met one of the tenants, seemed to be like a really nice guy, so everything is happening there. It's good. There's no issues. My current owners didn't experience any issues with these rental units here on the side. So this is the space for our eat-in area. Moving on to the kitchen. I'll walk you through the kitchen again from this angle. So appliances are from 2018. Good quality appliances, and then quartz countertop, not quartz, granite countertops, white fridge, and yeah, so from the kitchen you have this opening which leads you to a nice full-size dining area, and then behind it is the living room. But such a wide space. I believe it's over 14 feet wide, but very, very spacious, and about 8 feet ceiling height on all levels, as I just mentioned. So we'll just carry on. Oh, the walls, we should probably address the walls. It's all been really beautifully done a while ago. So, you know, having wallpaper, it may not be everybody's thing these days, but removing it and repainting, it's not a big deal. So like I said, the house is fully move-in ready. The carpets have been cleaned. The whole house has been properly cleaned. So it's a clean home plus clean bones, meaning there is no water, there is no, you know, other issues that could be with the house. So we, like I said, we have a very favorable home inspection. The only thing on the home inspection that we had was that the air conditioning is at the end of its life expectancy, but this is something that, you know, if you maintained it properly, it may still last you a few years, but if I were you, I would probably set up some kind of contingency fund. So in the event, if it dies on you, you would be able to replace it. So the living area is rather wide, and what I really, really like and appreciate about this house is the views that you get. North views, this is north exposure, but look how much light you get actually in this backyard. I think the tomatoes may actually grow there. So I really appreciate the big trees. It's kind of like that Muskoka feeling, and it's super quiet. The birds are singing. I'll take you outside in a minute when we're done with the upper levels, so you'll be able to experience it for yourself. So when it comes to the living space, it is huge. It is really huge because I'm dealing a lot with the homes that are century homes. And anything, in this area, in the junction north of Dundas, the homes would be over 100 years old. And this house was built in 1982. So what does it make it? Like about 37 years old? Or 39. You do the math. So good bones, good house, red brick home. What it is now is, like I said, it's a move-in ready condition, beautiful floating staircase, which could be changed to anything else because right now we have carpeting throughout. And it's been also professionally cleaned, so some people like carpet. So if anyone wanted to move in and just enjoy the house as is, they could. But also, like I promised you earlier, I will be telling you what the house is currently and what it could be. So it would be nice probably to have more extra light. And speaking of the windows, north-facing windows, it's already scheduled to be replaced by the current owners on November 6th. So prior to closing, the windows will be replaced because the front ones have been done or replaced in 2018, and these are still outstanding. But in any event, there is many configurations that could be done to enhance the light, and like even the lighter color paint of the walls would help, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's go upstairs. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you'd like to see anything else. Okay, so this brings us to the second level landing. It's spacious, and it's kind of, the rooms are nicely distributed, I would say, because on the right here you have your main second level bathroom. And the tiles here are nice. They're just white square tiles. Everything's super clean. Just got a question. The townhouse is listed at 1.250. So what you see here, it's a really good quality, clean faucets, the sink, everything else. There's no chips or anything like that. It's white, it's quite pleasant. There is nothing wrong with it. And the tiles on the floor. There you go. So bedroom number one, a very spacious place, and right now the way it's configured, where the bed is kind of on the left, even if you've placed your bed where it's supposed to go, kind of on headboard on that wall, you would still have additional space to have a desk or whatever you may have a need for on by the window. And these days, I don't know, everybody's situation is different, and especially during COVID, after COVID, people may have to be working from home. And having something like this, having this much space is actually super beneficial. So I'll give you the angle from this side. Very good size bedroom, and plus it has a double closet. I'm not going to be opening the closet now, but you get the idea. So the bathroom is just across it. If anyone were to live here permanently, it's kind of nice and close. There's a linen closet, also good to have. And we are moving on to bedroom number two. The same situation here, you have double closet as well. And a very spacious, south-facing, bright, gorgeous room. So much space. Guys, like, you can have maybe finishes, because I know a lot of people are looking for homes that have been renovated and done and they can just move in and so on. But this place is just something where somebody will come in and realize their potential here, in the sense that once you have this space, and once you have the parking, and once you have the walk out to the backyard, and once you have the fenced yard and things like that, these are the bones that stay with you. Everything else cosmetic. If you want to get rid of the wallpaper, get rid of the wallpaper. If you want to change the carpet, you change the carpet. But these are minor things, you know, or updating the bathrooms upstairs, you can do that. These are minor investments, but what you could do is just secure the property for yourself and then work with it as the time, you know, as the time goes by. Very retro wallpaper. I actually don't mind it. Very neutral. So it shows well. It's not like it's in a good condition. The home is in a good condition and was tastefully done when it was done. You know, times have changed slightly, but for some people, hey, there's all kinds of families and all kinds of budgets, and for someone just to get in the market and secure the property, that would be step number one. So now we are walking into the master. And you know how much I love this master, because again, all of this greenery gives you so much privacy. I don't know if I can zoom in. No, I can't zoom in. So green and gorgeous, and with a little bit of work in the garden, whether you like planting or gardening or anything of the sort. Like, look, you get plenty of sun right now. It used to be covered with a lot of greenery. Actually, there used to be a lot of greenery in this backyard, but since then, the trees were properly pruned, and yeah, right now it's just a blank canvas pretty much for you to create the garden of your dreams, whatever you want, whichever way you want. But it's definitely good to have. So now into the master bedroom. The master bedroom currently has... Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching. I really, really appreciate your time. So if you know of anyone who can benefit from this opportunity, please be sure to pass on this video. I will save it for later. I'll have it on my Facebook page, or just shoot me a text or email, and I'll be happy to share it with you. So queen size bed, you can easily afford... You can easily afford a king-size bed here for sure, because you have enough space on either side. So if you took an extra foot or added an extra foot on either side of the bed, you still have enough space for some sort of side table. So that's fantastic. On this side, look how much space we have. These rooms are very generously sized, I have to tell you. Like traditional or new townhouses, they don't build spaces like that anymore. So this is over 2,000 square feet of above ground living. So interesting configuration here when it comes to ensuite. So what you have is the entrance without the door here, but you could have a pocket door if you wanted to. And the sink is located here. And like I said, everything's in a very good condition. There's no really, there's nothing wrong with it. It does have a wallpaper, but again, somebody may actually like it, or somebody may decide to change it, and that is up to you, absolutely. And then the walk-in closet, and walk-in closet is a decent size. It could be organized to maximize on its potential use, depending what your family is and how much you need, how much space you need. And then we are into the master bathroom. So the toilet on the left, and then on my right you have the shower. And the shower, again, it's super clean. There is nothing wrong with it. Like, look at the finishes, and the tub. It's all serving the purpose and it's all fine now. If you wanted to renovate it later, you could, absolutely. But for now, it's in my consideration. It's fully move-in ready. The carpets have been professionally cleaned everywhere. It feels clean, it feels organized, and this window as well will be changed in November prior to closing because the current sellers, they've already made these arrangements, and apparently it's not easy to get someone to change your windows and it takes time. So it will happen in November, so you will have whoever will buy the property will have new windows in the bedroom and in the living room downstairs. So that was the master bedroom. So quiet, even though Annette Street is a busy street, but what I really appreciate about this property that's kind of set back from the street, so deeply kind of off from the street, so it allows you all of this quietness, and I'll tell you what I mean once we get downstairs. So we are leaving second level, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask me so I can go back and point out whatever or answer your question, whatever you may have. How am I doing so far? Can you guys actually hear me, or am I speaking to myself? That would be funny. I like these stairs. Look, nice and wide, easy to carry the furniture upstairs. All that wonderful stuff. Look at the living area. You have a proper seating area, proper coffee table. You can have a couple of chairs on either side and still have enough room to have a dance party. I just imagined that, actually. It's fun. So from this angle, I'll show you the living area, and I didn't even place the furniture all the way to the window, so you still have like a meter space. And enough room for a large TV unit, TV stand, what have you. You can have built-ins on that wall. And I had a quick consultation, actually. I'm going to sit down and chat with you for a bit. I had a quick consultation with a friend of mine who's an architect, because I was thinking, since this is End Unit Townhouse, which technically makes it like a semi, so this wall, which is the east wall of the property, doesn't have any windows. And as it turns out to be, if your property line is less than 4 feet away from the property, then you're allowed 0 windows. unless the windows that you use and the glass that you use are fire rated. And there is different ratings for this glass and metal and so on. So you can have glass that has metal frames, and it has to be fire rated for number of hours. So don't take my advice as an advice, but I would definitely investigate this matter with a good architect or a good engineering firm, because it can be done. So if you could have maybe at the top some light or some window, or on the side where the staircase is, so that's possible. But as far as this back wall goes, the north wall, you could technically have windows like from side to side, from top to bottom, and open this whole thing up to your backyard and just look at your greenery, what you have there. So that's something definitely to consider. It may not be for everyone, it may not be everyone's budget, but like I said earlier, sometimes I look at real estate and I look at it from the perspective what it is now and what it could be. So having options to better the property by investing a little more in the future or now, depending on your pocket, depending on your budget, it's nice to have. It's really good to have. These are all beneficial things. Please do not take my advice of any legal or any of the sort. Consult with your but professionals, whether it's engineers, architects, lawyers, whoever you feel will give you that advice that you can trust and go by. So now we are moving on to the ground level family room. So in order for the family room to be present, it has to be above ground. And this one is above ground. And like this house, to me, from the time I walked in, I was so excited about it because, oh, there was a squirrel in the backyard. Hello. There you go. So when I came into this house initially, I was kind of struck very pleasantly by it because it was the house that keeps on giving, and I really, really appreciate homes like this that have a ton of potential, basically. So this family room is huge. There's lots going on, like lots of positive things that are going on with it. Beautiful fireplace, wood-burning fireplace. It has not been used by current owners in a few years, so that needs to be checked out before use. But also you have the walkout, and I should probably grab my shoes to walk you out. So I'm going to set my phone here and go get my shoes, if you can bear with me. Not so good. Hi, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Here we go. My favorite part, honestly, this is my favorite part, this backyard. I could spend my life in here. Do you hear the birds singing and all that? Like, even though you're right in the city and you have busy traffic and busy lives and busy this and busy that, you know, and then you have this little private oasis where you can come home and have your barbecue, have your friends over for a meal, and just enjoy it in your own privacy. It's gonna be a lot of sun. I'm not sure if you're gonna see. So a lot of the things here could be fixed on a fairly low budget, you know. It's a really, really good palette for the new owners to use their imagination and work with their budget and see what they can do with it. But it's still in a good condition. It's still very usable. You can still have your barbecue and you can have your tables set up and chairs and things like that. Maybe plant some flowers and enjoy it as is. But very pretty. I love the trees. I really love the trees here. Beautiful sky today. Okay. Moving inside. Any questions, anyone? It would be a time to ask. So here you have the family room from this angle, from the fireplace. You can have TV here. You can have so many things, actually, how you can place your furniture to maximize on the use of this space depending on your own needs. So you can set up your gym here. You can have a separate office thing, maybe with the sliding doors, so you can still have the light coming in. Because it's a large space just for the family room, like for a TV thing, I would say. Now we go to a laundry room, and laundry room is actually also a gem here because it's laundry room / utility. So we have a brand new sink. It was just replaced. The washing machines are in a good condition. On the right here, we have hot water tank and the mechanical. It's all in a good working order. The hot water tank is rental. There's plenty of storage under the stairs as well. It's always good to have raw storage in a house. But because we already have, and again, this is my suggestion, you can consult with your engineers and architects, but because we already have this setup here where, the machines are, and the water and, sewage is already existing in this room, it could be possible probably to put a third bathroom here if you wanted to, because we have 2.5, but you can have another bathroom here in the basement, because definitely you have enough space. So from the family room, you go upstairs to the first level, but also from the family room, you go to your laundry room. You can call it a mudroom if you want, if you're coming through the garage into the house. And then we go into garage. I'm just gonna hit the garage door open. Since it's a bit loud, we'll wait for it to open. And yeah, so that's the space. Okay, let's see what's happening in the garage now. It's a very, very clean space, and the reason I'm saying this is because technically this house is sitting on the ground. There is no basement, there is no, I guess there's always a chance of some kind of water penetration, things like that, but lesser chances when you're on the ground level versus being in the basement. There's also a central vac. There's plenty of storage right behind there, as well as behind there's a cold room. There's a cold room right there below the stairs, the front stairs, and over here. Always good to have that if you like to store your tools or any of that stuff. It's a one-car garage, very decent size, nice and deep. And then you're back to your parking right in front of the garage. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna close the garage. We are getting to an end, guys. If you have any questions for me, that would be a good time to ask. Any questions, anyone? I guess not. So, thank you so much again for watching. Thank you for your time. I really, really appreciate it. If you have any questions in regards to this property, you know where to find me. If you know of anyone who may be considering something like this, please pass on this information. The property is listed at $1.250, and that's pretty much it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Ciao.